Have you ever felt like you were destined for something greater? That perhaps you've been living a life one step removed from the one you're meant to embody? Today, I want to guide you through the concept of timeline shifts, not just as a spiritual idea, but as a tangible framework rooted in psychology, neuroscience, and quantum theory. Together, we'll explore how these shifts work and what it means to take control of your own timeline. To begin, let's define what we mean by a timeline shift. In essence, it is the process of transitioning from one version of your life, a reality built on past choices and current perceptions, to an alternate version, one that reflects your highest potential. This idea is not mere fantasy. It is supported by principles found in quantum physics, which suggest that reality is not fixed, but composed of probabilities. Your choices determine which probability solidifies into your experienced reality. But how does this manifest in practical terms? The first layer is psychological. Your brain is a pattern recognition machine designed to filter information and confirm your existing beliefs. This is known as the reticular activating system, or RAS. When you decide to shift timelines, you are essentially reprogramming your RAS to focus on opportunities, experiences, and ideas that align with your desired reality. In other words, what you believe and focus on starts to shape what you perceive. From a neuroscience perspective, this shift involves neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. By intentionally engaging in new habits, thoughts, and actions, you create pathways that support a different version of yourself. It's like rewiring a circuit. The more you repeat the new pattern, the stronger it becomes, until it eventually overrides the old one. Let's take this deeper into the realm of quantum physics. According to the many worlds interpretation, every choice you make branches into a new timeline. While this might sound abstract, think of it as planting seeds in a garden. Each seed represents a potential timeline. By choosing where to place your focus and energy, you nurture specific seeds while others remain dormant. The garden you cultivate becomes your lived reality. To make this concept actionable, let's look at 3 steps to initiating a timeline shift. Awareness. Before you can shift, you need to understand the timeline you're currently on. What patterns, beliefs, or circumstances have shaped this reality? Journaling or self-reflection can help you identify these factors. Awareness is the foundation, as it reveals what needs to change. Intention setting. The next step is to clearly define the timeline you wish to align with. What does this version of your life look like? Be specific. Describe it in terms of career, relationships, health, and personal growth. Neuroscience studies have shown that visualization activates the same neural pathways as actual experience, making your brain more likely to accept this vision as achievable. Action. Finally, align your daily actions with the timeline you want to embody. Small, consistent changes can create a domino effect. For example, if your ideal timeline involves improved health, start with a single habit, like drinking more water or walking 10 minutes a day. These incremental steps signal to your brain and the quantum field that you are serious about the shift. As you progress, you'll encounter resistance. This is natural. The brain, like the body, prefers homeostasis, the comfort of the known. But here's the key. Resistance is not a wall, it is a threshold. Every time you push through it, you reinforce the neural and energetic pathways of your new timeline. Let's also address a common misconception. Timeline shifts are not instantaneous. While Hollywood might portray them as sudden, dramatic events, real shifts are often subtle and cumulative. You might notice small synchronicities, a chance meeting, a new opportunity, or a moment of clarity. These are signs that your external reality is beginning to reflect your internal transformation. Now, let's tie this back to the bigger picture. By shifting timelines, you are not just improving your life. You are participating in the evolution of collective consciousness. Each individual shift contributes to the broader tapestry of human experience, creating a ripple effect that inspires others to explore their own potential. So, as you leave this space today, I challenge you to think critically about the timeline you're living on. What steps can you take to move closer to the life you envision? The tools are within you: awareness, intention, and action. Use them wisely, and remember, the power to shift is not just a gift, it is your birthright. The universe is vast, and within it exists every possibility you can imagine. The timeline you desire is not somewhere far away. It is already here, waiting for you to claim it. The only question that remains is, will you take the first step? As we conclude, let me leave you with one final thought. The journey of a timeline shift is not a solitary endeavor. You are an integral part of a web of interconnected lives, where your choices influence not only your reality, but also the realities of those around you. When you step into your highest potential, you become a beacon, a source of inspiration for others to embark on their own transformations. Imagine the collective power of countless individuals stepping into their best timelines. The ripple effect would be nothing short of extraordinary. Remember, the timeline you shift to today sets the foundation for the future of humanity. Choose wisely, act boldly, and embrace the infinite possibilities that await. But let's delve even deeper. What would happen if we collectively decided to shift timelines as a species? Think of the transformative power of millions, or billions, of individuals aligning their intentions with a shared vision of a better world. This isn't mere speculation. History shows us that collective intention has always been the precursor to revolutions, renaissances, and paradigm shifts. The abolition of oppressive systems, the advancements in science and philosophy, the movements for equality, all began with a few daring souls choosing to live in alignment with a higher timeline, despite the odds. Now imagine applying that same principle to the challenges we face today: environmental crises, social inequalities, and the fractures in global unity. If each of us took responsibility for our own timeline and aligned it with the collective good, the result would be a cascade of transformation. Picture a world where innovation thrives, not out of greed, but from a shared desire to uplift humanity. A world where compassion becomes the currency of interaction, and every individual feels empowered to contribute their unique gifts. You may think, but how does my individual timeline influence such monumental change? Remember, the quantum field is interconnected. Your shift creates ripples that amplify across the fabric of reality. One act of kindness inspires another. One breakthrough idea sparks countless innovations. This is the butterfly effect on a cosmic scale. So I challenge you, don't just shift timelines for yourself. Do it for the generations to come, for the unseen threads that connect us all. Embrace the responsibility and the privilege of shaping a reality that reflects not just your personal aspirations, but the highest aspirations of humanity. The power lies within you, not as an isolated being, but as a vital part of an ever-evolving universe. The question remains, what legacy will your timeline leave behind?